External Affairs Minister, as Jaishankar is currently speaking. Let's cut across.
Thank him for a very open, constructive and positive approach to intensifying our strategic partnership. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite His Excellency Dr. Johann Wadefull, Federal Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Federal Republic of Germany, to give his remarks to the media.
Herzlichen Dank, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, lieber Herr Kollege, lieber Jai. Vielen herzlichen Dank für das herzliche Willkommen hier.
Thank you very much for this very cordial welcome with which you greeted me. It was a pleasure for me to come here. We've actually met in a very short period of time for the third time. And that is a sign of the close friendship we've been able to set up. Reliability, friendship, predictability are in times like these, in times of uncertainty, in times where we witness wars and conflicts, are of invaluable value in these times. And I personally acknowledge and consider it a strong signal of friendship and cooperation of both our countries that we can engage in this spirit of trust and friendship, and that we can look back on a 25-year period of strategic cooperation between both our countries, and that we've been able to expand it at the personal level. I share your analysis completely, 100%, that this partnership when you want to think about or consider strategic autonomy, about sovereignty in the area of economy, but also in the field of security policy, that this is of decisive importance. Of course, we have allies, we've got friends, and for Germany, India is one of them. I had the pleasure today of play hockey for a few minutes with a team of pupils. I wasn't very successful, though, I hasten to add. But it is a team sport, and I would like to make that point. And I believe that India and Germany are playing in the same team. And that is something that I welcome and think is good in these uncertain and turbulent times. And this is reflected in the fact that we look back on 50 years of science cooperation and 60 years since we signed the bilateral cultural agreement. And it is reflected in so many other areas. We have the biannual intergovernmental conference, and we strengthen that team spirit. And I hope that we will also have the Federal Chancellor visit India soon, because we want to tackle the challenges both our countries are confronted with together and to strengthen our cooperation. As a rising economic powerhouse and the most populous country and biggest democracy in the world, India has a special importance in a world region that is of strategic importance. Our economies in particular have a lot to gain, I believe, if we are to further expand our cooperation. I was in Bangalore yesterday and I saw for myself what an innovative powerhouse and technology center India has become. In the area of AI and aerospace, but in other areas too, India wants to and will be at the forefront, among the front runners in a whole host of areas. Today we talked about the potential for further enhancing our cooperation, be it in the area of strengthening cooperation in the field of aerospace and space, be it in the area of AI, where we both believe the need to set up norms, rules and values that we also adhere to. With the EU AI Act, the EU has presented an important first building block in that regard. That India is going to host the next AI summit is a demonstration of India's ambition and claim to be in the vanguard and amongst the frontrunners in the area of new technologies too. With regard to bilateral trade, India and Germany are already playing in the Premier League. Germany, with a little under 31 billion euros of trade, has India as its most important trading partner. As I said to my colleague, we aim to double that. And I'm pleased to see that India takes a similarly positive and optimistic view of the chances for that. And this is why Germany strongly supports the EU-India free trade agreement. And we hope that this can be speedily negotiated so that it can be concluded before the end of this year, in autumn this year, and hopefully lead to a ratification process. If others set up impediments to trade. We should respond by us lowering these impediments and hurdles. We believe that this fosters understanding amongst peoples and their prosperity. Today already we have more than 2,000 German companies that are active on the Indian subcontinent, and India is gaining increasing weight whenever we talk about diversifying supply chains, be it chemical products, pharmaceuticals, textiles, electronics or IT services. The fact that I have with me a large business delegation is a demonstration of Germany's great interest in India's market. Now we also have to make sure that market access restrictions are being reduced in order to tap that enormous potential of enhanced economic